again?
Have you ever wanted to read someone's mind? Or have you ever wanted to connect to someone and feel their emotions without really being in front of them or connected to them? As Emma Sapla said, have you ever felt true love? Or have you ever just had a gut feeling? We've all endeavored these feelings. As we get older, our brain forms and molds to our everyday decisions. And ever since I was younger, I've had a fascination about how the brain works. Being in a household with siblings, I've wondered how our brain connects with other people and how we can use that to make a change. So I went out and I did a little bit of research for myself. I took a few psychology classes at FSCJ, as well as did a little bit of personal information to find out how the world works. And I found that just a little bit of information in the smallest parts can help us make a change and make a difference. Being able to know how the brain works and how the brain connects to other people is essential to everyday's life decisions. There are parts of the brain such as RTPJ as well as mirror neurons that not only help us connect to other people and read other people's minds, but it can help us make a change in the world. Being that I lived in a household with all women, it was very difficult for me to read their minds. So that's why I took it out of my way to read a little bit and get a little bit of information on how we as people read each other's minds. Now diving into RTPJ, also known as right temporal parietal junction, is the part of the brain that helps us observe and judge other people's actions. As you can see here, our right temporal parietal junction is located in the back right side of the brain. And as Rebecca Sachs stated in her TED Talk, it is most valuable in the ages of 3 to 7. With the RTPJ taking a large role in how we observe and how we communicate with other people, there's another thing called mirror neurons that bounce around our brain to help us read other people. Mirror neurons, discovered in the early 1990s by an Italian scientist, is something not only that is done while watching people, but it's a feeling that you get when you see other things such as a movie. When you go into the movie, let's say you're watching a happy movie. Do you come out feeling happy? How about if you look at another person and you see them smiling? Does that smile make you happy as well? To give another example, from a book that I read about myth on mirror neurons, if you give one monkey a banana and another monkey watches that monkey eat the banana, does he get that same satisfaction as the first monkey eating the banana? He does. Now mirror neurons can be more than just reading people's minds. It can be used to help change a community. As Shelley Richardson stated in her TED Talk, if you want to live in a community and make it past that 20-year mark, you have to turn on people's neurons. It'll help to make a change. When you see another person in your community doing something good, does that give you a positive feeling inside? Does that make you want to go out and do good? It should, because the mirror neurons are bouncing around in your head, and they're making you want to react and reflect on what those people are doing. With things like RTPJ and mirror neurons bouncing around inside of your brain, they're not only there to help you judge and to read other people's minds, but they're there to help you make a change. Now, when we do not exercise these things that we have on our brain, we become distant from our social interactions and we become bad with our communication skills. Although I first started my research to get a little bit of more information on the brain and figure out how we connect to other people, I found that with these tools we can make a change in the world, and not only make a change with people, but in our community.